edition of Asia Business Report. I'm Sharanjit Lail in Singapore. Now, if any more evidence was needed that the electronics giant Samsung is facing problems, the company has announced a freeze on salaries in South Korea. The mobile phone sector in particular is struggling. Competition from Apple out of the US and cheaper rivals from China has sent profits tumbling down by 27% last year. I'm joined now by Ajay Sundar of the analysts Frost and Sullivan, who is here in the studio now. Ajay, we know that Samsung has been battling off competition from Apple or the cheap Chinese rivals, but it's still the largest smartphone maker, isn't it, as we speak currently, or rather last year. So is it a surprise that they've done this?
Not really. I think if you look at, they were like 2013, they were the fastest growing, they were the largest smartphone.
Right.
Still are the largest smartphone by shipments and by volume. But if you look at the overall profitability, the smartphone, which used to account for close to 55% of the total revenues and close to 70% of the operating profit, the total revenue share of the smartphone business has been decreasing, and the profitability has shown a marginal decrease.
Right.
So that's where they are struggling. Overall, if you look at the company, consumer durables, semiconductors, consumer durables has been stable, semiconductors has been increasing slightly, but smartphones still is a big segment of their overall revenue stream.
But freezing salaries seems like such a big step. I mean, the last time we saw something like this was in 2009. We know that the global economy wasn't faring terribly well then. It's in much better shape now. So why this salary freeze?
It's trying to control what it can control the most easily, which is salaries. But apart from that, I think that more importantly, controlling costs is more about giving the right sentiments to the market. Samsung wants to convey that they are serious about doing something, and that's one of the things, and I hope it is continued by some other future announcements in the near future.
That's right. Well, let's take a look at what these future announcements could be, because they still need to address the underlying problems, aside from just saving money from the salary freeze.
So I think if you look at the basic problem is with Samsung right now within the smartphone division, I think one of the main challenges with the smartphone is the portfolio which Samsung has. If you look at, say, Apple or even Huawei and some of the new competitors which are coming in, they're going with very targeted models and they are very niche segmentation. So Apple is a premium consumer product, right? Xiaomi is targeting the lower middle class or the lower budget of smartphone wannabes, right? But smartphone has its positioning somewhat lost in the middle, and it has so many models in its portfolio, right? The normal consumer is confused. What is Samsung Galaxy? What is Samsung Star, right? Why the premium positioning? What exactly is the difference? So I think one of the things they need to very clearly address is what's their positioning, and they at least need to refocus the overall smartphone portfolio.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that insight. Ajay Sundar there from Frost and Sullivan.